Hello, coming to you live this Friday in July, and it is hot. It's not just hot outside, but I really feel like things are heating up when it comes to nutraMetrix. And I'm really excited about the momentum that we have right now in the field. I'm seeing a lot of really great things with accountability groups, and I am coming to you because you still have a lot of questions. You know, do you feel like you get out of training and you still don't know what to do? Do you feel like you had a meeting last week and it brought up maybe more questions than answers for you? Well, that's why I come to you weekly live to answer some of those questions. My name is Sarah Tugender, if you don't know me, and I am the National Field Manager, and I am here to help make this year more effective and efficient for you with nutraMetrix. There's a lot of questions that keep coming in, and I keep track while we are at our nutraMetrix consultant trainings with some of those questions, and I have them here from some of our recent consultant trainings. And these are things that I've seen in the Facebook group. These are things that are asked at just about every training, and so I wanted to come to you guys to answer some of those. And so one of our new NCs asks, do you recommend patients get product in the office only or on auto ship? Hey Claire, thanks for joining us. So I wanted just to tell you some of the benefits of doing auto ship versus in the office. I really think if you look at the sales, I think that when it comes to our healthcare practitioners, I still think more sales are happening transactionally within the office. And I think about my own experience and even outside of an office. So I think about, when I go to the hairdresser, I really think when I go to the hairdresser and she recommends a certain type of shampoo for the treatment that I got or some sort of styling mousse, I want to leave that day with that product in my hand. And I don't know, ladies, if you can agree and if you feel the same way about that, but I feel like, well, then I'm going to do my hair tonight, so I want that product in my hand, and I want it in my hand right now. And when I have to go somewhere else to buy it, compliance, that just goes right down. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. And so I think that if you can really encourage your practitioners to get a small inventory, we're talking like 2 weeks inventory. It doesn't have to be very large. I think you will see the compliance increase. That being said, there's a huge benefit to auto ship. So I think that after a patient has received the product, a few times, offering the incentive in auto ship because there is that discount is really huge. I mean, that's going to just make it seamless. As a busy mom, anything that comes to my house, even my unfranchised auto ship, I am so grateful for because I just set it, forget it. It's the stuff that I use monthly. Anytime I can set things that just come to my house, I'm the type of girl, I pay my bills automatically. Everything pulls out, my credit card, my electricity bill, my gas bill, my internet bill. I can't think about it. I would go crazy if I had to think about it. And for me, for the nutrients, for the supplements, for the nutraceuticals that my family and I take, I would love it, the fact that that is shipped to me monthly in a set it and forget it. And so the benefit of auto ship, I really think, is huge for that reoccurring order. So once a customer's on for a few months. And we have, I think we have an auto ship flyer. There's a form in the back office. I'll post a link underneath here. So in our unfranchise, there is a form that the office staff can sign up and put the patients right on auto ship. Then they can go in and they can set that, or they could fax this form right into us at Market America. So I think that makes it really easy as well. I like to think outside the box to say, what processes can I do to make this easier? And a lot of my health professional offices are still scanning, faxing, doing things like that. So sometimes to have a form that they can just send in makes things a little bit easier. If you're just joining us, this is our weekly session of Frequently Asked Question Friday. And today I am taking some questions from some of our trainings, because these are some frequently asked questions that I'm hearing in the group, I'm hearing at trainings. So we mentioned at our nutraMetrix consultant training, and we mentioned in our weekly overviews, introduction webinars, that there's a difference between, HP1 and HP executive. So I get asked a lot of times, at what point in the process do I bring this up? So I think I typically will register someone or open their account somewhere in between the proposal and the implementation meeting. So it's either right after the proposal, right before the implementation meeting, right after the implementation meeting. It really is going to depend on the practice's goals and how my proposal's laid out and if I can hit their goals from retail alone. So if it doesn't look like I can hit their goals from retail alone, that's typically where I'll bring up our full account. Or if it's a type of practice that doesn't, or a type of practitioner that doesn't qualify for our HP1 for the retail account. So maybe they're scaling back, maybe they're having some health challenges that's keeping them from practicing full time. Again, they're not seeing patients at the volume that they would need to be able to hit those financial goals. Well, at that time, we're going to have to look to expand with a referral network. I think an HP1 is an introductory account. A lot of times I personally, and so, definitely chat below, chat here. If you disagree, if you agree with me, then give me a thumbs up, give me a like or some love, a heart button. But a lot of times I just register HPs with the intro account and I tell them, I'm going to open up your introductory retail account. We can talk about different options. Oh, thank you for those thumbs up. We can talk about different options as we go, and I don't even give them the differences because if it looks like from our proposal that I can hit those goals with HP1, I move forward with HP1. When we get to a certain level in income, and when we seem like we're hitting towards the $78,000 a year and they're going to start to get capped, at that time I would transition them to an HP executive account, or if anything really changed within their practice that they wouldn't have the same patient base to be able to support the HP1 retail account and the goals that they wanted to achieve. So it's a little bit of a dance, but don't take it too seriously. There's no real right or wrong way. nutraMetrix is super forgiving. We can always, work with you to get your health professionals in the appropriate type of account. Okay, we have one final question, and it fell out of my hand and dropped to the ground. So hold on a second. This is what I love about Facebook Live. You never know what's going to happen. So thank you guys for being on. So my last question is, and I think that this question is so timely, it is, how do you approach a health professional about attending convention or trainings? I think that trainings, whether it's our HP product and implementation course, whether it is one of our CME CEU courses through nutraMetrix Educational Institute, I think that that's a really important one. Whether it is a general product training in your area, maybe it's a nutraMetrix implementation training. There's a lot of benefit to regional conventions, international convention, World Conference, product symposium, which we have 2 of those coming up in the fall. I think this is a really timely conversation. I'm coming to you right now in July of 2016. Looking forward, we have 2 more of our health professional courses, 1 product and implementation training in September in Richmond, Virginia, and 1 in October in San Diego. We have yet to announce the 2017 schedule. I don't even know the 2017 schedule. I've asked a million times. I'm like, hey, I'm supposed to be there. I should probably know. But I will not air my complaints here on my Facebook Live. So we don't even know yet. I don't even know if it's been finalized. And so looking forward, it could be till, I don't know, March, May. You have no idea when the next one's going to be if you don't market these next 2 to your health professionals. How do I market them? I market them to everyone every time I talk. So I have the next I'm really marketing right now heavily, I would say, product symposium, HP product and implementation training in Richmond, and our NEI, which is happening in October in San Diego. I have flyers and information for all 3. What I do is I just let them know that this is our courses, this is the continuing education that we provide, this is where our clinical staff is out there training on the latest advancements for practitioners and for patients, and that if this is something that they want to do to hit their goals, then that continuing education is really important. And I have registration forms for all three, and I ask them if they want me to help them reserve a spot for the upcoming training. So that's my language. I ask them if they would like me to reserve a spot for them for one of our upcoming trainings. I have the registration form, and then I move forward. I don't care if they're a prospect, I don't care if they're a brand new distributor, I don't care if they've been in the business for a long time. I am giving information about our upcoming courses everywhere to everyone wherever I go. So it behooves you to print off 5 copies of all of those. Keep them in your bag, keep them in your pocketbook, and anytime you meet someone where appropriate, obviously I'm not giving them to strangers off the street, but as I'm meeting people, I'm having discovery meetings, I'm having introduction meetings, I'm doing proposals, lunch and learns, stop-ins to visit existing accounts. I am bringing these forms, I'm bringing it up always and every time. And that's what you do when you're a professional. When you're a professional, you're going to continue to market these trainings professionally. You're going to be prepared, you're going to have the information. ABC, right? Always be closing. Always be telling people about our events, because it's all about selling products, selling the business, and selling tickets. And that is one of the biggest result-producing activities that you can do with your nutraMetrix business, is to continue to market and promote all of our trainings that would be appropriate for your health professionals. It was interesting when I first heard about this business I did with my dad, and the nutraMetrix consultant, Kathy Kaufman, who showed us information about this business, she told us about the upcoming training. And my dad, he asked Kathy, he said, "Are there rah-rah events?" And she was so smart. She said, "Do you like rah-rah events?" And my dad goes, "I love rah-rah events." Now, if you guys are attending International Convention in August, if you're on the floor or you can see the floor, peer down, look at my dad, and you'll see him. He's up dancing at the dance breaks. He's taking copious notes. He has a notebook where he keeps all of his notes for any conferences he's attending in 2016. And what I've learned from my dad is, and what I think a lot of our providers are, is that they're constant students. They're sponges. They're always learning. They love to learn. And if you find someone that loves to learn, you're going to find someone that's really successful with this business. People that just want to consume this information and then take action on it. And so you'll never know. You won't know if someone's interested in an event like that. My dad, he went to World Conference as a brand new distributor, just a couple months in the business, and he loved it. He came back with way more belief than ever and said to my mom, "You have to go to the next one. This is going to be great." And he's brought a lot of health professionals with him, a lot of his colleagues. And that's just instilled a lot of belief within my organization. And I like to pass that on to anyone that I'm working with on a corporate level, and I hope that today I'm passing that same thing on to you. It doesn't matter. The best event is the next one. Doesn't matter where it is, what it is, that's going to be the next event. So for us right now, thanks Brandy for the thumbs up, that right now is going to be International Convention happening in August. I think my air conditioning is kicking on in the background, so we might get staticky. So again, gotta love Facebook Live. But I am really happy to come to you guys weekly with things that are top of mind for me that are probably top of mind for you. If you feel like you have a burning question that you'd love to get answered in this forum, just send an email to nutraMetrix at nutraMetrix.com with the subject line FAQ Friday, and I'd be happy to answer it here. Don't keep those questions a secret. Don't keep them private, because if you have it in your mind, it doesn't matter how silly, how stupid, how small or insignificant it might be. I'm sure there's at least 10, 20 other people that probably have that same question, because we do get a lot of the same repeat questions happening over and over, and we try to streamline and get the information to you. But as we continue to grow, because I think we're really hot right now, we're super duper on fire, we're getting lots of really great questions for the field. And I just hope to help you make this your most effective and efficient year yet with nutraMetrix. Again, I'm Sarah Tugender, and it's been great to spend this Friday with you.